hear a woman say, make a man wait 90 days before you have sex. If I said, okay, then you need to wait 90 days before he takes you out on a date. You need to wait 90 days before he spends a single dollar on you. You need to go ahead and talk to him every day or however often for 90 days before he decides to invest in you as you are going to be invested in him. For a man to vet you, it is the standard to spend money. Okay? For me to get your time, I have to spend money somewhere. In most cases, I gotta take you on a Capitol Grill. That's gonna cost money. I gotta take you at a place that you deem is valuable for you to sit at, right? Which is gonna cost me money, instead of saying, hey, you know what? The realistic thing is, if we just sat here and talked to each other for 90 days, and I'm like, okay, cool. If I FaceTime you, I can't FaceTime you more than, once or twice a week unless I had actually started to invest money in you for 90 days. I'm wrong. So I'm not saying that your box is in exchange for money. What I'm saying is that for me to actually get your time, I have to spend money. But yeah, I can spend your money and get your time, but never get nothing out of it. Is not fair to a man.
See, and women can get upset about that, about what he said all he want, but at the end of the day, what he's saying is 100% facts, because I've fallen victim of this to myself, to where I wasted a lot of money just taking a girl out on dates only to get nothing in return. And the whole time she was probably seeing somebody else or screwing somebody else who probably wasn't putting in the effort or spending the kind of money I was spending just trying to get to know her. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rome, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. And I'm pretty sure some of you other guys have fallen victim to this effery. And you can add this to the list of reasons why men are checking out of dating, because the return on investment is pretty much slim to none. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the next clip.
And most of you men, you guys have to learn something. If you ain't sleeping or dating or messing with a woman, don't even look at her stories. Don't even like her photos. The second I see provocative photos that a girl is posting, unfollow, because I don't need that shit. I'm not thirsty and I don't give out free validation. My attention is very scarce. And if you want it, we either have to be dating or shit has to be happening. And you beta males need to have that same mindset, and all these women wouldn't have inflated. And most of you...
Now, this is actually something that I started doing, like, I want to say when I first started discovering RP content. I used to like and react to like every woman's post and pictures, man. Like, I used to be a big simp when it came to that. But once I realized that, I'm like, what am I doing that for? Like, I'm not getting any of these women attention doing that. And I'm pretty sure they got hundreds of other guys doing the exact same thing, shooting a shot. It wasn't until I started focusing on myself and started posting videos and pictures of myself improving, working on my body, working on my YouTube channel, and now traveling, that I'm starting to gradually see more women kind of float their attention towards me. And a lot of these women, I'm not liking their pictures. A lot of these women, I'm not all up in their stories liking they shit up. So it just goes to show you, man, if you just focus on yourself and better yourself and ignore them, just like homie said in that clip, I guarantee you, man, those same women, you're going to start seeing them in your stories, man, because I'm starting to witness the same thing for myself. Now, on to this next clip, because this next clip is going to knock it out the park. Check this out.
So you've been cheated on and you've been dumped. And this is a horrible, horrible situation. You feel the pain of loss, you feel embarrassment, humiliation, even some anger. She strung you along for months, making you feel as though the relationship was fine, when in truth, she had other guys on the side. She has wronged you, and it feels as though there would be nothing more satisfying than to tell her to her face what you really think of her, to really give expression to the anger that you're feeling, to give her your full judgment, your full moral condemnation. I know that that's tempting, but do not do it. Stay silent. Don't say a word to her. Keep all of your thoughts and your feelings to yourself. Believe me when I say that there is tremendous power in your silence. Now, lots of guys mistakenly believe that silence is weakness. Here she is, she's just committed this horrible wrong against you, and what, you're not going to say anything? The worst punishment that she gets is silence? But let me explain to you why silence is not only the more practical approach, but it's actually more powerful than anything you could say. Firstly, it is a clear demonstration that you are above her, that you have moved beyond her. When you're in a relationship, yes, she gets to know your thoughts, she gets to know your feelings, you share all of that openly with her, but that is a privilege that she gets by being in a committed relationship with you. But she has broken that bond, and so she has therefore lost that privilege. She is no longer entitled to know your thoughts and feelings. Losing that privilege will infuriate her, and she's likely to act like a spoiled child who suddenly lost her privileges. She wants to know what you're thinking, and it makes her so angry that you're withholding that information from her. She may try and insult you. She might try and start a fight or an argument because she wants to emotionally rile you up so that you let loose some of that information that she's seeking. Do not give it to her. Do not explain yourself. That is a waste of your time. Now, the reason that she wants to know what you're thinking is because she's looking to alleviate her own guilt. And she wants to know specifically what your thoughts are so that she can mount a defense. She wants to argue against something specific. And so here she is. She's been caught cheating and her body is racked with anxiety and uncertainty, and it's desperate to try and reassert some control over the situation. Once she finds out exactly what you know, exactly what your thoughts and feelings are, that's when she can begin to address those points specifically and thereby reasserting some control. Do not give her that opportunity. Why would you give her something specific so that she can argue against? That's just a favor you're doing for her. You don't owe her anything. Stay silent. The beauty of this is that when you don't say anything, when you stay silent, she has to imagine what it is that you're thinking, and her mind will immediately go to the worst case scenario. He thinks this about me. He believes this about me. He knows all of this about me. He must see what a terrible, terrible person I am. This is how it works. When you are silent, she will project the very worst thoughts that she has about herself onto you and believe that you're thinking them. It is the clear.
Now, what he's saying is actually true, because I remember one of the last serious relationships I was in, and it's funny because I didn't realize that how effective that was at the time, because I was still blue pill. But what I did notice, everything that he mentioned when I was being silent, the woman was doing exactly that. It was like, because I wasn't saying anything and because I wasn't giving her the response that she wanted, it was like she just kept jumping from one conclusion to the next. And at this point, I was so burnt out and drained emotionally that I really didn't have anything to say. It's like I didn't want to talk anymore. But I didn't realize that me not talking anymore was actually having the kind of effect that he's referring to. So basically, the reason why I wanted to do this video today is because I don't want guys to sit over here and waste their energy or have their peace disturbed over here arguing with women when it's like no real benefit to doing it. I mean, I think as men, we can all clearly see that arguing with women is pointless, because they're always gonna argue with their feelings and not logic. And at the end of the day, you pretty much have no choice but to acknowledge their feelings, because they're feelings. I mean, you can't really dispute feelings. And this is one of the reasons why women hang their hat on it so much, because no matter how much sense you make, you can't disregard their feelings simply because they're feelings. But the odd part about it is that women always say they want a man that's emotionally intelligent. But at the end of the day, none of that really matters, because these women always feel entitled to have their feelings acknowledged over yours. So with that being said, I highly suggest you follow with what these guys said in this clip. And I'm going to tell you the same thing. Quit arguing with women. Say your piece and move on. because anything else you do is going to be a waste of time. Guard your peace, my friends. And let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. It helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments. To the next video, y'all. Deuces.